Good morning to all present here. Today in business environment, we'll discuss about environmental analysis. In that, the prerequisite will be the students who are pursuing graduation in commerce and business administration, and those who are having basic knowledge of economic system and market knowledge. They can undergo this video discussion today. The objectives of the discussion today is the meaning of business, business environment, environmental analysis, and what are the key elements and components that are affects the business environmental analysis. Introduction: to lead any business today, we need to understand business, environmental factors, and the nature and scope of the business. With that, we know that the various components of environmental factors, environmental doing environmental analysis. For that, we do that various models also we study, various brief components we'll study here in this video. It is an indispensable part of society. It satisfies our wants by providing variety of goods and services through wide networking of the business. In order to achieve such objectives, we need to understand various aspects that affects environmental analysis of a business. The environmental analysis by Philip Kotler means that the environmental analysis is the process of assessing the emerging trends. Here, emerging trends means that the market trends, what the competitors are available in the market, what the practices they are adopting in the market, and what are the technological trends are going on, and what will impact in the future of these technologies for the market that we analyze. Environmental analysis involves identifying the present and future opportunities and threats to and from the firm's principal constituents, stakeholders, along with the dimensions of the firm's economic, political, legal, technological, and social environments. Now, environmental analysis, we study the process of environmental analysis. We include major 4 steps in which used in process of analyzing business. When you do the environmental analysis, then we follow these kind of major 4 steps in process. The first is scanning, second is monitoring, third is forecasting, and last but not least is assessment we do, and that is on continuous basis. In environmental analysis, we do environmental that involves monitoring changes and developments in the environment that have potential impact on the business of an organization. It may have a positive impact or negative. Then we have to negative, you may call it as a threat that we can reduce through getting various opportunities and through improving the weaknesses of our business. In this slide of variables that we considered for scanning is changes in the macro environment, that that is pastel, political, economical, social, environmental, legal. These are the changes we study. Changes in the market, market related, competitors related, government are having various laws, and political environment. They may frame various laws also that affect business. The buyer and sellers available in the market, the market position, market location, the market maturity, the purchasing power of the customer in the market. So these may be called as market changes, where all elements involved in the markets, so all can be changes, and all these changes we have to study. Nature of competition, that okay, there are few competitors involved, maximum competitors are involved in that product you are service you are giving service in the market. So that depends. What is the nature? Size also. So competition is there where the government may have a intervene in that way, may have a barrier on licensing policy also. That since you have taken the license, then only you are eligible to go for market of that product and services. So that is there. So which kind of process of the product is having the market, that is we have to study. Customer needs, the demand and analysis we have to study in the market of that product and services you are going to introduce or you are having already exist in the market. And competitor are also doing servicing they are giving in that market. So you have to study the customers because everyone wants maximum customer base because everyone wants more profit, more sales volume, more market share. So that is why the customer study becomes more and more important, that where customer buy, how customer buy, when customer buy, how much customer buy, and what are the procedure and atmosphere the customer changes themselves to switch from one to another. So that we have to study. Product offerings, the various existing competitors offers in various selected markets or throughout national or regional level or global level, they offer schemes to push the product to the end user so that the customer will use more and more. So that is why they take the help of the schemes to push the product to sell them. So that is there. So competitors are framing their strategies to offer various kind of schemes. For example, if you take a telecom industry, then Airtel have different offerings to customers, Reliance Jio have different offerings in schemes to customers, and Vodafone Idea has different schemes to customers. Though similar, some of these are similar, but some of these are having USP also. So that differs, and the companies use these kind of offerings to attract the customers much and much. So types of scanning we can distribute in concentrated and comprehensive. In comprehensive, we study all the elements, whether related to internal or external or any elements which affect your business. We have to take into consideration that also. And concentrated means if you are having a particular problem and you are on that basis you want to be scanning, then on that basis you have to go for that scanning. So that is called concentrated. In process of scanning, we can identify relevant forces in the environment, that pest or pestle you may say, determine sources of observation, selecting scanning methods, that which kind of methods. There are so many methods, Delphi methods, uh, opinion methods, some models are there, some other methods are there, which will we be discussing in the various other videos discussion also. So we have various methods. So which kind of scanning method we are using, that also. So, and various methods have its own merits and demerits to study the environmental analysis. Scan and respond the data. We have to scan the data, past data, present data, to predict the future and to respond in the market also. So on the basis of data, we analyze these data and we take the decision accordingly. The problem we faced or the general problem we have or whatever we have analyzed for the market, then we go for response and action we take in the market. Events, trends, expectations and issues, these four major elements we consider in scan and respond. The events under which events the data has been collected, trends, the present trends is what they say for the future, expectations for the future, what we expect and what we actually got, issues, issues may be internally or external, that okay, at global level if you are having this, there is, this is the time where the elections are going on, some other countries are having some various other issues also, so these issues also affects your business analysis and business conditions day by day, and that is why we have to understand and study these issues also internally and externally also. As far as the steps of the scanning is, that is monitoring. We do monitoring. So there are elements of the monitoring. What we consider, that first is it involves tracking trends and events. What is going on in the market? What are the trends are being set in the market? Where we can say that okay, the movement of the market is going this way, so we our planning should also go with this way, with this trend, with this emerging trend. So that is why we have to track the trends of the market. It may be seasonally, it may be weather conditional, it may be geographical conditional, it may be other factors, but the trends changes. It is auditing of environmental influences. It includes a specific description of environmental trends and events, identification of trends and events for further monitoring. That okay, you want to monitor such and such factors much, to monitor more, to monitor effectively. So some of the elements you are just behind that, so you are just concentrating on that elements also, that you have to monitor on that. Next is identification of areas of forecasting, that you have to do the forecasting. For that you have to identify the areas where you are supposed to do forecasting, and the areas should not be left for forecasting. Otherwise maybe we may leave some elements and some weaknesses also may be there. So we should not leave any areas which are responsible in forecasting. For example, if you are doing the sales forecasting, then you have to study the consumer base, consumer availability, market availability, and the sales representative you have in the market. So various other factors you have to consider while doing the forecasting in that particular area. So next step is forecasting. It is related with estimation of future situations. It focuses on what is likely to happen. It involves identification of key forces, understanding of the nature of the key influences and drivers of change, projection of future alternative paths available. So it's clear that future estimation, forecasting we do for the future. That okay, whatever every national and international level, if you see, the every country prepare the budget also, they forecast in various segment also, and after that when the actual time come, then they compare with the forecasting values and determinants and other factors they already forecasted. So they compare and they find the gap also. So forecasting is needed, is help in identifying the gap between the actual and what we have forecasted, and what are the elements you left for forecasting. That also you can identify when the actual position comes in the market for the business. So it also involves the identification of key forces, that which forces or the factors forces you much to affect your profits. So that the factors you can identify easily. And for that you can plan and forecast. So that is why it is important. Which forces you much, that you can control, minimize, or you can try to improve that force positively so that your forecasting may improve, your profitability may improve. So that is why you are identifying negatives and positives both. So the negatives you are improving, the positives you are more towards strengthening those positive factors. And the influences and drivers, that which elements are responsible for change, that also should be identified. Like technology changes the demand and supply of the customer, so that is why the production facilities changes. So due to that, we have to identify these forces, we have to uh, adopt and go with the technology. Projection of future, that is also we decide through future, forecasting, that what which kind of trend we are estimating. So that is there. So present trend also we study to forecast, and for the forecasting we do this future projection. The last element of scanning is assessment. It identifies key opportunities and threats. That is O and T. Under, if you study the SWOT, then SW related to internal and O and T related to external. So S stands for strengths and W stands for weaknesses. That is internal strength and weaknesses of the business, and opportunities available in the market and threats available in the market for the business. So that is O and T, which are external. So that we have to assess that which are the opportunities available, and why we are not getting these opportunities, and why the threats are forcing you not to take opportunity. That we have to identify. We have to minimize. We have to break the threats. That we have to do. Competitive position is analyzed. Where you stand, either you are follower or you are leader in the market. So which is the competitive position you are having in the market? That is also important. How the organization stands in relation to other organization, that is there. Competing for some same resources or consumers. So the synergy should reflect that okay, same competitor having same capitalization, same number of employees, same, and then one of them is having more profit. So this is the maybe the impact of synergy. The slide of Porter's model, where we include 5 forces. The first is competitive rivalry, threat of entry, the power of suppliers, the power of customers, the threat of substitute products. So these 5 forces affects the business as whole, and all 5 forces are much important to pay attention on each of them. So competitive rivalry says about that, okay, which are the competitors available in the market, and whatever strategies they have. Suppose, for example, whatever prices they have set for the product in the market, so none of the other competitor can raise prices, as per desired level. So because of competitiveness, none of the you know the businessman will increase the price, because in that competitive environment only normal profit can be earned. Now next is a threat of entry, that if the government doesn't have any you know entry barrier or licensing policy in that way, or any licensing policy, prices are there to pay first for the license, take the license, then you have to enter in the market and sell your goods and services as per your plan. If it is not so, then everybody can freely come in the market and go from the market. So that is why this is the threat also, that if the someone new comes in the market, your competitors again they come, though increases the number of competitors, and they will also steal the customers in that way. So that is why this is a threat. Now power of supplier. In the power of supplier, what we see, that the supplier supplies the raw material to the competitors also, to you also. Then it affects, it may up the prices of the supplying of the whatever goods and services you are, as raw material you are taking. So in that way also market will affect, your prices of the products will affect, your prices, profit will affect, and your sales volume will also affect. And customer may also switch over to one to another. This may also happen. So this is why that one of first step is taken by which organization to increase the price, slightly the sale will also come down in that way. So power of customers, that customer will get the more choices, and the benefit of price also, stability in price, because there is a competition, and due to that competition, no businessman can increase the price as per design. So this is there. This is the threat of competition is there. So that is why the benefit is going to the customers. The threat of substitute is also there. If the customer is using alternative products, then your product is not going to buy that. So that is there. If the substitute product is good available in the market with a reasonable price, then they will not buy a much higher price of that products that you are selling in the market. So that is there.